Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and today I'm crafting with a not too shabby Rugged Outdoors bundle. I did an unboxing of it earlier on my channel, but if you missed that, I'll briefly go over what's included in the full bundle. There's a 6x6 paper pad called Grit and Grunge, really fabulous. There's an ephemera pack, which is a little bit different this time. It's actually 2¼ inch square tiles, each with a scene on there. So something different, really nice to craft with. A 4x6 stamp set is included, which is really great because it's all sentiments. So that's going to go really fabulous since the ephemera pack is all images. And that way, in this bundle, if you get the full bundle, you'll have everything that you need to make a beautiful set of cards, including some glitter enamel dots as the extra accents and bling to finish your card. I'm really excited that the Not Too Shabby is sponsoring the Creator Collective group, and so my video today is actually part of a video hop. And if you want to see more inspiration featuring this bundle, then just expand the description box below, and there'll be a link to a playlist where we've all added our videos. That'll make it really easy for you to see all of the videos, and if you want to watch them back to back, you can always set it onto autoplay. And if you don't have time to watch everybody's video, then you just have the single link that you have to come back to, and you'll be able to tell which ones you've watched and which ones you haven't. Also, while you're in that description box there, check out the code for 10% off if you want to shop this bundle. So I've already done all of the prep work for playing along with my own recipe card number 1 mosaic cards. This is the third time that I have made this recipe, and every time has been different. I have described my whole concept of these recipe cards as sort of a recipe for stew. So you can kind of make stew out of whatever it is you happen to have, and you can adjust it, adapt it to suit your taste. And this time, my set of mosaic cards is going to be pretty different from the first 2 sets that I made. In the first 2 sets I made, I cut diagonal cuts, and I had shapes that were triangles and trapezoids. And in this set of cards, what I decided to do was I started with panels that were 3.5 wide by 5.25 tall, and I cut them into 4 strips that measure 7/8 of an inch wide by 5.25 tall. So this recipe is also a little bit different from the previous 2 in that I have chosen 4 different pattern papers to start, and so I cut those into 4 strips out of each pattern paper. So this recipe is going to yield 4 cards. And that's the other thing that with this whole concept of a recipe card is that you can always decide, do you want to scale it up? Do you want to scale it down? And just depending on however many cards you'd like to make, you can always adjust the recipe and make just what you need. So what I already I did some off camera, but I just adhered these strips down straight onto the card base, and just for some variety, I chose some different colored cardstock as my card base. This is one of the simplest ways to make a mosaic card because you'll already have some really lovely solid color in between the gaps that you leave when you adhere these strips down. Now, if you're following my dimensions of 7/8 wide by 5.25 tall, what you're gonna find is that the strips won't evenly space from left to right with the same size gap in between each strip. So what I did was I just aimed to have an even border, top, left, bottom, and right. And then with the 2 strips in the center, as much as possible, I'll just try to evenly space those gaps. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to hardly be noticeable, especially once we tile these little scenes, ephemera scenes, and sentiments. Now, what I did in advance was I stamped out my sentiments, and then I used squares to die cut the sentiment, and as well I die cutted some solid color cardstock as a matte layer to put behind my sentiment, and as well I cut out some squares as matte layers to go behind those ephemera pieces. And just because I happened to see a little bit of solid color cardstock that seemed to match pretty well with the colors going on in this paper pad, I die cut a couple of extra squares, like that small little green square. It was just from some scrap that I saw that was laying around. And I thought, well, I'll just throw that into the mix as well. So what you can see is once I have these pieces, it was just, having a little bit of a play, moving things around, seeing what can overlap which piece and not lose any critical information. And of course, I used my favorite low profile foam to add some extra dimension. Now the last step is to add some bling. And so this set of glitter enamel dots is so perfect. The colors work beautifully with this entire palette. And I do have some scraps left over from the initial 4 sheets that I crafted with. So this recipe card isn't meant to be a no scrap craft, but certainly from the leftovers, you could definitely make a few extra cards as well. But I thought this was really fun, different way to show how you can play along with recipe card number 1, mosaic cards, and I hope to create more recipe cards in the future. So here is a final look at the 4 cards that I created featuring the Not Too Shabby Rugged Outdoors bundle. Again, if you expand that description box below, you're going to find a coupon code that will give you 10% off if you want to shop this collection. And as well, there's a playlist where some of the designers on the Creator Collective group have crafted with this amazing bundle from Not Too Shabby. So a big thank you to Jamie and Not Too Shabby for sponsoring our group. It's really fabulous to have the support of sponsors, especially of brands that many of us know and love. And so as the Creator Collective group grows, that's our mission, to support one another and to support the brands that we love. Thanks so much for checking out my video today. If you play along with the recipe card that I've used, I hope you'll tag me on all of the socials. If you get this Rugged Outdoors bundle and you craft with it, I hope you'll share it to the Not Too Shabby Facebook community group. Thanks again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.